Hey guys, just a really quick funny one for you. Never thought we'd be making a video about tax. That's not the sort of topic that we normally talk about because it'll put people to sleep sure as anything would. Boring topic. But we had to tell you this one because it's just an interesting thing that's very Japanese in its style, right? So there is a fairly complex tax system in Japan of local taxes and federal taxes and paying your pension and your health care, and it's a fairly unnecessarily bureaucratic, messy system with way too much paper involved. And as you'd expect, it's a bit of a pain, and it's a bit messy as to how it's applied, and it's not fun at all. So I won't talk about that. What I'm going to talk about today, though, is that usually you pay your tax at City Hall. So there's a few different ways you can do it, but it's going to the city that you live in usually, or it can go to the city that you were born in, okay? And that's how it's usually done. And then they changed the law a while ago so that you can make a donation, right? It's called a furisato noze, and it's like a donation that you can make to your city. And it is also there's a tax credit applied to it. So if you owe $2,000 in tax and you're supposed to take it to the city that you're living in or wherever and pay your $2,000 in tax, then that's the end of it, okay? Or with this furisato noze system, you can take that tax money to any city you want to and give it to them, and they will give you a tax credit. So then basically it means that you then offset the tax that you just paid against the tax that you owe, which ends up being zero. So from a financial point of view, it means that you've basically paid the same amount of tax that you have to pay, you've just paid it to a different city, okay? And then they'll give you a present, right? And it's usually a present that's related to the city. So in this case, this city, there's a lot of rice around here, and there's citrus fruits. So this city, if you live in another city and you pay your tax in this city, they'll give you like a 20 kilo bag of rice or a 40 kilo bag of rice and a big box of fruit, right? As a present. There's the guy that triggered this video went to Tori, where'd he go? Somewhere over near the Sea of Japan. I forget the name now, but he went to a city over near the Sea of Japan that's famous for crabs, right? And he paid his tax there, and because he's not supposed to pay his tax there, he gets the present, right? So they gave him a couple of boxes of fresh crabs. So crabs in polystyrene boxes with their claws tied up, still alive, right? There's his present for paying his tax at that city, because obviously there's benefits to those cities for getting the money. The reason the government brought this system in was because the big cities obviously make lots of money in tax, and the little cities are sort of dying a little bit because the people are leaving and they're not getting so much tax money anymore. So this is a motivation to get people to pay their tax to the small cities in order to help keep the small cities alive. And this gift thing was a government thing to help incentivize people to do it. So isn't that a funny thing? The furisato noze, it's called. So if you live in Japan for a while and you end up paying taxes, this might be something you might be able to score a bag of rice or a couple of crabs. There it was, the tax video. More videos coming soon.